This unit we will read a few texts by some prominent, strong female writers, and we will get to see kind of the ideologies about women change over the course of history. Our first text is a Declaration of Sentiments by Elizabeth Cady Stanton. And she was a really prominent figure in history, and we can actually call her one of the first early feminists in American history. And so she argues in her text that if men can have all of these rights, why can't women? And she was one of the first women to do this. And so hopefully you'll enjoy this one. We will also look at the history of women's suffrage and kind of see where Stanton falls in line with the history. And we can see how the women's rights movement goes all the way into the 1900s and continues even today. The next one is one of my favorites. It's a play by Susan Glaspell written in 1916 called Trifles. It's a murder mystery in which the wife, Mrs. Wright, is the main suspect in her husband's murder. There's themes of female solidarity, gender roles, and power dynamics. And be sure to read into every detail because there's lots and lots of symbolism in here. Next, we will look at Judy Brady's I Want a Wife, written in 1972. She sarcastically catalogs all of the things that wives are supposed to do, like cook, clean, make love, don't complain, stay petite. And so she sarcastically argues that these gender roles are really misaligned, and she has a real problem with them. Next, we will read Sandra Cisneros' Woman Hollering Creek, written in 1991. It's a spin-off of La Llorona, in which the woman drowns her children in the lake and her ghost cries out for her children. But there are some major changes, such as domestic violence and female empowerment. So it is a rather bold revision of the folktale. Then we will read Kinlan's The Descent of Men, where he talks about how men are more likely now to be house husbands, and whether or not men actually like this change in gender roles. And we will also look at the Me Too movement and look at some really strong women and how they have become so brave and are speaking out against sexual assault. And we will also watch Oprah's Golden Globe speech, which speaks to the same idea. Last, we will watch Hidden Figures, a 2016 film about 3 African American women who were paramount in getting the Americans into space. One a mathematician, one an engineer, and one a computer scientist. And these women were left out of the history books, and this film sheds light on their huge contributions to science and mathematics. So I hope you enjoy our unit that celebrates women and their contributions to American culture, and I look forward to reading your papers, which will discuss whether or not these gender roles or norms have changed over time from Stanton all the way up until the film of Hidden Figures.